following podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Remember, the first rule of gambling responsibly is to bet with your head and not over it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cousin Vito's Casino Podcast proudly presents your guide to enjoying gambling. And now, direct from the bar, your cousin and mine, Cousin Vito!
Whoa! Welcome everybody to Cousin Vito's Casino Podcast, your guide to enjoying gambling. I'm your host, Cousin Vito, and together, we're going to make luck happen at the casino. And boy, is it good to be back. Hopefully, everyone's had a wonderful summer. I myself had a great summer, which I'm going to get into in a little bit. But boy, do we have a jam-packed show for you today. Now, I know I don't have a very special co-host. My lovely wife's upstairs. My cousin Mikey's gallivanting around. But I have a great interview for you today. Cousin Mikey, he got married this summer, and he went on a honeymoon to Las Vegas. And I have a trip report to end all trip reports. Mikey headed out there with his lovely wife, and you get to hear the highs, the lows, the blow-by-blow review of Mikey's trip to Las Vegas. And I got to tell you, I sat down with him. I had no idea what he did out there, and I had some real laughs. So hopefully, if you enjoy Cousin Mikey, sit back, relax. We're going to have some fun with Mikey today. I think almost an hour with Cousin Mikey. But that isn't all. We also have the return of Cousin Vito's Pigskin pick. So momentarily, we're going to be hopping right in. I'm going to give you all the glorious details, how to sign up, what the prizes are this year, and how much fun we're going to have. We already have a couple of people signing up, so, we're getting there. And as you know, the prize comes right out of my pocket. So it always pains me when I get myself eliminated. And you can't tell by listening through your earbuds right now, but I'm sitting here with a black eye. Jerry the King Lawler clobbered me this past weekend, and we're the Northeast Wrestling Tag Team Champions. So after the Pigskin picks, after Cousin Mikey, we're going to talk a little shop here. I had some wrestling this summer. I played in Niagara Falls. I went to the Meadows Raceway Casino in Pennsylvania. And I had a great trip to Foxwoods Resort Casino with listener Rick. So I'm not going to get into all the minutia before everything. And I might not even get into the minutia after everything because we're going to save that up. We're going to have some fun shows coming up this year. But I can feel it. I can smell it. It's time for a little bit of
Cousin Vito's Pigskin Picks.
Hoo-wee, that's right. You can smell the fresh cut grass. The leaves are going to be changing soon if you're in that part of the country. And we're almost ready to kick off football. We're just a couple of weeks away now from the big Thursday night opener. And that means Pigskin Picks are back. Now, the title of this is a Pigskin Pick'em, but truly, it's an ESPN Eliminator Challenge. So, as I explain this, if you want to be involved, you could tweet me or message me on Twitter. It's called the DM, I guess, at Vito's Casino. I have my Gmail, cousinvito@gmail.com. And there's that old website, cousinvitoscasino.com, and actually now makeluckhappen.com redirects to it. So I hate checking one email. I figure I might as well have 20 ways to get a hold of me to make it that much more difficult because that's how convoluted I am sometimes. But back to the Eliminator Challenge. So basically what we do, folks, is every year now, it's going to be a tradition, it seems like, I hold a free Eliminator Challenge. That's right. No entry free, no nothing. You just sign up, you log in, and you're there, and you're in the challenge, and we talk about it every week on the show. But you say, Cousin Vito, what am I doing this for? Is there any sort of prize? Do I get a TV? Do I get this? Do you get that? No. You don't get a TV. But what you do get is I put up $1 per entrant. So last year, we had about 100 entrants, so it was a $100 prize. But here's how it's going to work this year once again. So you're Mr. John Doe off the street. You just want to sign up, you tweet me, email me, whatever. We get you the link. You're in the thing. So for every person that signs up, hey, that's $1. So we get 100 people, that's $100. We get 200 people, that's $200 prize. So it could balloon up, and I'm going to be sicker and sicker as more people sign up, which is kind of the fun of it for me because gambling is about enjoying the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat, so we might as well make it a little more agonizing for me. That's the fun part. But that isn't all. I'm not just going to pay $1 a person, because everyone who joins, it's $1 a person. But I still have this stinking little Patreon. So patreon.com/Cousin Vito, and I only have 2 tiers. I'm not a big money guy. We have a $1 tier. So for the equivalent of tipping your cocktail waitress for one watered-down cranberry and vodka drink or whatever you want to get, I'm going to double the price for every $1 Patreon subscriber. So hey, you sign up, patreon.com/Cousin Vito. before the season starts, boom, you're on the list and you're going to be able to double that price. So 200 people, you're going to get $400. But that isn't all. I'm crazy. I got to go on a business sale. I want my wife to be sick here. So what I'm going to do for $3 Patreon subscribers, that's $3 a month. And terms and conditions are going to apply here, which we'll get into before the season starts. Obviously, you got to sign up. You can't just sign up and quit. You got to be signed up through the end of the, until we crown the champion at least. But $3 Patreon subscribers, I'm going to triple the prize like a total lunatic. So we get 100 people, that's $300. We get 300 people, that's $900. Now I'm making a cap at $1,000. So I'm not going to be paying out $9.99. We'll do it like that. I'm not paying out more than $9.99. So 333 people. If you're a $3 Patreon subscriber, you'll get $999. So I don't know. I'm probably a maniac, and I'll probably regret doing this, but let's have some fun together, guys, on this fall's Cousin Vito Casino podcast here. So just to review before we get into our trip report here with Cousin Mikey in Vegas. Oh, boy, and it is a laughable. It's a good one. Cousin Vito's Pigskin Pick'em. Tweet me at Vito's Casino. There's a lot of ways to get a hold of me on the website, cousinvitoscasino.com. I will send you the entry information. This is all through ESPN, so you're going to have an ESPN account, and you're going to have to sign up for this Eliminator Challenge. This thing closes once the first game starts. So once that kicks off, I believe it's the first Thursday in September. Actually, I have it right here. Look at this. I have 2 computer screens now. I'm moving up in the world here just because I want more, a bigger, what's it called? Telephone bill. Or not electric bill, telephone bill. It's like 20 years ago. September 5th at 8:20 Eastern Time, the Green Bay Packers take on the Chicago Bears, my lovely Chicago Bears. So this could be a real heartbreaker night for me. I'm probably going to stay away from that. But I believe the challenge is going to close then. So you can't come in, you can't go out. Once you're in, you're in. And also, I'm going to try and keep a lookout for any sort of shenanigans if it seems like people are signing up on multiple accounts or anything like that. Obviously, we want to keep it fair so everyone has one entry per person. So that's another little caveat is if you're caught cheating, we might void your entry because, hey, we all want it to be honest and fair. I'm not a police officer, but hey, if you're speeding, I'm going to have to write you a ticket here. Well, I guess it's kind of like a life sentence because you're out of the Eliminator. But that's really it. Those are the only rules. So everybody, hopefully have a great time signing up. And every week here, at the very least, I'm going to be doing Cousin Vito's Pigskin Pick'em episode. So, talking shop here. This is a little less Eliminator Challenge talk. But what I'm visioning right now is we're going to have big episodes every other week. Most likely opposite You Can Bet on That, which you can listen to. Head over to youcanbetonthat.com. Mark and Dr. Mike, one of the premier recreational gambling podcasts. So I'm going to try and put out the opposite Thursdays of You Can Bet on That. And then in those Thursdays that You Can Bet on That's there, I'm still looking to put out a Pigskin Pick'em episode with, could be a guest host every week. I know Sportsbook Tom is on the hook. Cousin Mikey loves it. So we're going to be putting out those at least every other week, and maybe a Wednesday, maybe a Thursday. But those will be out there. And whether or not they'll be paid, I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll see. You know me. I always have a very great plan. It's just like when I go into the casino. It's all the plans turn to dust. All right, so that's our little intro here. We talked a little shop, boopy boo, and now we're about to jump into Cousin Mikey's honeymoon trip to Las Vegas. He had a lovely wedding. We wined, we dined, we danced. There's some videos of me dancing. It's unbelievable. There's one picture of me on the floor. I'm laying on the dance floor, like posed with my fist on my chin. So we had a great time at the wedding. And Mikey, it was one of those honeymoons where he went right from the wedding, day later, right to Las Vegas. So you're going to hear about all the highs and the lows and all the excitement. And he did a couple of things that I've never done before in Vegas. So hopefully you sit back, relax, have a good time, and enjoy it as much as I did when I heard it for the first time. So, But before we jump into that, I want to remind you, after this interview or this trip report, I'm going to be back here for another 5 to 10 probably, and we're going to talk about some wrestling, some of the fun stuff we did this summer, and, hey, it's good to be back. Hopefully everyone enjoys this. I mean, geez, I took enough time off, right? I almost forgot how to turn the computer on. All right, so let's do it. Without further ado, I'd like to welcome back Cousin Mikey with his honeymoon in Vegas. All right, I am here with my lovable Cousin Mikey. And Mikey, it's great to have you back. You went on a honeymoon in Vegas.
Yeah, it's good to be back, Vito, and hello to all your audience. We went out to Vegas. It was our honeymoon, 4 nights, 5 days.
All right, 4 nights, 5 days. So we had the wedding was wild. I was up the bacala, they like to call it, by the end. So
It was a real party wedding. Everyone was dancing the whole time.
Now, how far after the wedding did you leave?
So the wedding was on a Saturday, and we flew out Monday morning.
Okay, so that's a quick one. Sometimes people don't do the quick turnaround. You did we're married, we got to pack.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically.
So you flew out there. Now, we're kind of like a casino and a little bit of travel rewards stuff on here. So you flew out there. Now, did you pay full retail going out there? Did you buy your plane ticket? What airline did you fly? I need to know some details here.
Yeah, so I did a couple card promotions to get out there.
Couple card promotions. All right. So what airline card?
Yeah, so the first one I did was the American Airlines card through Citi.
American. Okay.
I did it through my business because I got a tax business, so it was the business one. But you still get a decent point promotion even if you're an individual, you know.
All right.
So the thing was, it was 4,000 in 4 months, and they give you 70,000 bonus points.
70, and how much of the flights did the 70,000 bonus get you?
It was basically a free round trip ticket for me.
So buy one get one basically.
Yeah, we did.
All right, so buy one. Now you flew Americans out of Bradley International in Hartford.
Bradley, we could have gone straight through if we went to New York, but because Bradley doesn't do any nonstops.
I know, it stinks. It's like,
crazy.
what the heck, man?
Yeah, so
I canceled my Southwest card actually, and when they asked me why I'm canceling the Southwest Rewards card,
yeah,
I had to tell them, I was like, you know what? I got it to go to Hartford to Vegas, and then you canceled it. And then you ended that flight. It's like, I could fly all sorts of different airlines. You know, I'm just trying to get to Vegas here.
Yeah. So after doing the research, that's what made me say, well, I may as well get the American.
And how was the American flight?
I didn't really. It was too tight. The cabin was too tight for me.
Oh.
I don't know. It just felt like a small aircraft. I was really jammed in.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't expect that.
But I think that they did a good job otherwise. I mean, the flights...
So, you weren't in the lap. You didn't have your feet all dangling out watching movies. But you got there. You got to Vegas.
Yeah.
All right. So you land... I mean, nothing... You didn't have any turbulence or anything on the flight,
No turbulence. One nice perk of the card, too, is you get 25% off your in-flight purchases. So so
did you order 25% more... alcohol in your mind?
Yeah, I got 25 off a few drinks, and then we were hungry for lunch, so we ate too. So
what'd you get for lunch?
They had a turkey club, so I did
club.
that.
Yeah, what am I asking about your airline food? All right, so you're going to Las Vegas. You land in Vegas. Uber. Do you Uber there, Lyft, or do you take a traditional cab?
We Ubered to the hotel from the airport.
Ubered. It's the brand name, and it's what most people seem to do, to be honest with you.
I think it's cheaper than cab, because when we went the last time, I think the cab fare was higher than...
I'm always getting brutalized no matter what I do. No matter what it's surgeon, no matter whatever service, it's the wrong place, wrong time.
I actually did a lot of Ubering while I was down there. So
yeah, so hopefully and the thing about the Uber too is it's just so nice. Yeah, because you got your own car, your own thing. You're not, you're waiting, but what am I talking about? All right, everyone loves Uber. All right, so where'd you stay? Did you stay downtown? You stay uptown?
We stayed at Harris, which is it's right next to the lake.
Harris, right in the middle of the strip. You're good.
Yeah, all right, nice spot.
Nice spot. How was the room? We stayed at Harris for one of the Vegas vacations, I think.
Yeah, we did. I think the one that we went out together on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Clearly, if we stayed together, we must have went out together. All right.
So at that time, it was kind of getting renovated. So I don't know if we got a renovated room for that.
No, we had a room with a tube TV.
Yeah. Well, this one, so I went, and this was the other card bonus that I got, was due to the Founders card, it makes me a Diamond Caesar rewards person.
All right, so we have the American Airlines card got you one ticket free, and now your Founders card membership, you have the Diamond card.
Yep.
So, so no resort fees, no parking.
Yeah.
Not that you're parking your Uber.
So I kind of said, you know what, 4 nights is enough in Vegas. It was Sonia's first time out there. Yeah. So I said, let me just do it during the week. Monday through, come home, leave on a Monday, come home on Friday. I know the rooms are cheaper during the week. So
was it a comp trip, comp room the whole way? Probably
comp room, $0 I had to pay for 4 nights at Harris.
Wow. Okay, so 4 nights, and then with the Diamond card, you have no resort fees. So boom. So you got some probably some Las Vegas. You probably pay a couple bucks by tax or something.
Yeah. But I got there. I said, let me ask for the room upgrade to see what it is.
Oh.
We told them we were on our honeymoon. they ended up doing the room upgrade to a suite for $34 a night.
34. Okay, all right, not bad.
So
you're at like $130 something for the trip for the room.
Yeah, and it was one of the
the suite.
It was
on the honeymoon.
Yeah, exactly. It was the nice suite where the room is separated from the living room, and you have like the huge bathroom with the stand-up shower and tub.
Oh, and you get the tub. How was the view? If you don't mind me asking.
Beautiful view. I can show you a picture once we get off air, but it's right overlooking Caesar's Palace. The link.
Oh.
We're on the 30th floor.
Wow!
And
so
it was
could you
fully
see
renovated.
could you see any shows out there? Could you see like the fountains or anything from the window?
We couldn't see the fountains. No.
Way down.
We were kind of closer to the Mirage a little. We were like in between the Mirage and Caesars is kind of where it's located.
Okay.
But
Perfect. No, but sometimes you get the view and it's like, oh yeah, I got the view of the parking lot behind the. I got a view of the desert.
Our view was the Strip. It was just
all right, Strip view. All right,
basically
perfect.
I could see all of Caesars,
the coordinates,
which was cool.
So you get in. What time did you get in?
We got in at noontime Vegas time.
Noon Vegas. All right. So were you in the room immediately?
Yeah, went straight to the room.
Straight to the room. And the upgrade. Okay, so you're perfect. Boom. So far, Uber, straight to the room. Now you're on your honeymoon. You don't have to go into details. But did you stay in the room, or did you say, let's go out on the town here?
Well, Sonia was starving, so it was a quick room to gaming floor transition.
Room to gaming floor, dropping off the stuff. We're rock and roll time already.
Yeah,
you got a cocktail.
Yeah.
All right,
it was
perfect.
a long flight. We didn't. It was really 3 o'clock Eastern time by the time we got in, so we actually didn't eat on that flight, so we were starved.
Oh,
but
I thought you got the club.
The
layover.
Yeah, the layover.
So I forget there's 2 flights on the way in.
All
right, so you're eating. Where did you eat? You're at Harrah's. Did you have someplace special to go, or did you guys go for a proximity buy?
We went to that. They have like this food court in Harrah's. I don't know if you remember, but we did use it last time when we stayed there.
What did we get?
It's the Fulton Street food court.
Nah, I'll be 10.
I think
I'm sure if I put some thought into it, I remember it.
But
do you remember what I ate?
We had breakfast there.
That's when my credit card got stolen.
Yes.
Oh my God! That's what the lady. I'm telling you, Mike. The lady, she took the card number and gave it to some guy in jail, and some guy in jail was trying to make charges on the card.
That's crazy, man.
That was crazy. I mean, luckily, I had a couple backup cards. You play it smart. It wasn't a trip ender, but it was like, hey, now I gotta go call and be like, somebody stole the thing. I'm not trying to collect calls.
Yeah, you're worried. You're on vacation. You're getting burned.
Yeah, no, I remember being a little bummed for a second because of that, but that wore off quick.
Yeah.
So you're down. You're eating at the Fulton Street Cafe there.
Yeah, we got sushi. So they had a little sushi bar.
Right.
Yeah. So we started with that, something light, not to stuff myself because I want to have a few drinks.
Well, yeah.
Then we're walking through Harrah's, and the Oxygen Bar people confront us.
Oxygen Bar. Okay, is that in the?
It's in Harrah's by like that exit. That big exit.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying the Oxygen Bar. What do they do there?
They put like almost like oxygen hoses up your nose.
Yeah, that's what
and
I
it
thought
blows
it was.
like B12, and it's supposed to like energize you or something like that.
Oh.
And then they do massages. They hook you up to like.
So wait a minute. What did you go to the Oxygen Bar and get oxygen and massages? Is that what you're trying to break to me?
That's what we did.
Oh my God! Well, you're on your honeymoon. Yeah. What are you gonna do? You get a little B12.
Yeah. So they gave us a deal, $20 each, and they did a massage.
Look at that.
We were gonna pay for a couple's massage, but after the oxygen, I'm like, I'm good if you are. I don't
I'm
know.
loose. All right.
So
that was all right. So look at this.
Well, Sonia ended up buying a TENS unit from him. So for the massagers, like the electrodes that you put on your body.
So you could do like an in-room massage.
Yeah, they upsold us.
Oh wow,
So
look at that.
it ended up being $100.
You're on your honeymoon.
Yeah,
what are you gonna do, Mike? You're on your honeymoon. All right, so you're walking through Harrah's. You just got your oxygen. You had a little bit at the food court. You had some sushi. You're a little bit light. Did you get a cocktail? Have you had a cocktail?
I didn't have a cocktail at that point, but then we went straight to a blackjack table. We decided to play together.
All right, a little tag team blackjack at Harrah's.
At Harrah's.
So afternoon on a weekday. What was it? $10 table?
10, yeah.
$10
$10 table. But we were averaging between 15 to 20 a bet.
And you got that diamond card in there trying to get some credits there.
Yep. And even when I would tap out and stop playing, I'd give her. They'd let her play under mine as long as I stayed there. So it was good. So that helped to earn a lot of rewards points towards my dining.
Like a user, like a government mule, Mike. So when Mike was tired of blackjack and he tapped out, he would let her get in on there and keep his credits earning.
We kind of see the thing was it was kind of tough to win at the first day because we were playing next to each other, but if I was winning and she was losing, she would take my chips. So it's like we were basically playing with the same money in a sense. So. Even though going into the trip, we designated, this is mine, that's yours. Like as we're gonna, see what happens, and we'll be generous to each other, but it's not like it's like a split because the split.
You got a real contractual thing worked out here with the. I'm sure we got a lot of clauses to.
I like tracking my gambling, and I'm a generous guy, so she'd benefit, but I want to feel like it's mine at least.
Yeah, you don't want to feel like it's all going. You want to feel like you got your own scratch, and what can I make out of this?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can't do the partnership thing.
Yeah, no, not a full partnership. You got a partial partnership.
Partial, yeah.
Partial partnership. Yeah. All right.
So
you played the blackjack. It sounded like you were going on a downward spiral gambling, though, from the way it was headed.
So, yes.
Is that what happened?
So, if I could be frank about the bankroll.
You can be frank.
We brought 1,000 each.
Okay.
So my whole strategy was I'm going to do $100 buy-ins, see where the $100 goes, and stop.
Okay, all right. So you were parceling the $1,000 into $100 buy-ins at whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Whatever you're thinking, whatever you're feeling,
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly. So, and
I like that.
She was doing the same, $100 a clip, and this first blackjack table, we bought in $100 each.
Okay.
It was fun though because we had a cool dealer. We were going strong at points.
So that's good. Beginning of the trip, got the massage, got the oxygen. Now you each got 1/10 of your bankroll at the blackjack table.
Yep.
You got your suite 30-something floors above you waiting for you. All right, so you took a little beatdown.
We took a little beatdown.
$100 isn't bad, though. A beatdown would have been you lose your bankroll. People do that, People go out there and lose it all. Parceling it up, I like that 10% because that's good for a 4-day trip.
Yeah, and so we were kind of boring on the first night. We pretty much stayed at that blackjack table for probably a good 4-5 hours. And
with your original
with the 100, and then I had to buy in one more time with 100. So
not bad.
I was 200.
So day one, she's played with 10%. You played with 20% of your bankroll. That's not insane for a trip. Now did you go to bed down 200 or did you have some of it left?
I went to bed down to 2.
Well, you're an honest guy at least. Like I'll give you that. But you're honest.
What I'm saying though is it kind of hurt me by having her because I would have walked away sooner when I was doing good. Like I played for 4 or 5 hours. I could have left up at least 100 or at one point almost $200 up.
So the real thing was being able to walk away.
Yeah.
That ended up being your problem is you played for a long time, so it was worth the money. You had a great time. You had some cocktails.
Yeah.
But you just didn't have the walk away time right.
Exactly. So, when she'd want to keep playing because we were having fun. That was the whole thing is that we did have a really good time, good dealers. We hit a bunch of nice hands.
You got to upsell the casino straw, Mike. You got to be like the oxygen bar people to her and upsell the beauty of the casino straw with some cash in the pocket.
Yeah, exactly. Because I wanted to walk at one point up 150 off my first 100.
Wow.
Yeah, and then the borrowing of the chips was also screwing me up because I don't know how much I had. I don't know how much I had at one point.
Day one was a real menagerie at the table.
Yeah.
There was a lot of moving parts that you didn't think about beforehand.
Yeah.
So you guys, you go to bed, you have a nice night's sleep. You wake up day two so you have 80% of your bankroll morning of day two.
Yeah.
Not the worst day one.
No, we went that night to the Flavors Buffet at Harris.
Buffet. You're the Mr. Mikey Buffet, the buffet king. How did that compare to the Hard Rock Buffet? In Atlantic City.
it's tough to. Honestly, the Mohegan Sun buffet is my best. But
Ooh,
how
about
love
option number C?
but I would say Harris and Hard Rock are pretty similar.
Okay, all right. So good buffet.
She loves just the seafood. She's a seafood fanatic, so she really gets her money's worth because she'll do all the oysters and clams on the half shell, crab legs. She'll just get whole big plates of just.
She really
legs.
puts a hurting on those buffets.
Yeah. So, but that wasn't bad either. It was only $35 each, and
Not bad.
yeah. So yeah, that was day one. So
All right, so day one, all right, we had a couple of nice meals. Travel was good. All right, day two, you wake up, you're down 20% of your bankroll. What's your first move? I'm going to guess you get up and get a coffee. I'm hoping you'd say you went and had a morning crap session.
I didn't on day two.
Oh, what happened day two? You wake up.
Day two, we both woke up early. I didn't go down by myself. We did gamble though. But,
Okay, all right. Yeah.
But first,
So what am I talking about? You're on your honeymoon. Yeah. That's right. You guys had a wonderful first night, and hopefully you're looking. It sounds like you're looking to learn from some of your day one mistakes here. So day two, the lovely couple wakes up, and you guys go down together to the Harris floor.
yeah, day two, we kind of enjoyed the room for the first 2 hours of waking up.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay.
And also TV watching
Yeah,
and things,
yeah,
just being in the room and kind of chilling out is what I meant.
Enjoying the room. So after you guys were done enjoying the room.
So it's close to lunchtime.
All
by
right.
the time we got up.
Okay, so you slept in.
Yeah, and then she wanted to go to the Filipino market because she found this Filipino market.
Oh, all right. Okay, interesting.
There's a franchise called Jollibee.
Jollibee.
It's huge with Filipinos. The closest one's New York to us.
And so this is like...
It's a big deal. All her friends that live up in the Massachusetts area will drive down to New York to just to go to this place.
All right, so did you pick up any goods from Jollibee?
We did go to Jollibee. It's really just like it's fried chicken, and which it is a good fried chicken, but and then it's like the Filipino pasta. It's like spaghetti, but it has like a sweet tomato sauce with hot dog cut into it.
Oh, wow.
Or like little hot dog.
So you had a little like Filipino street food style lunch.
Yeah, it was Filipino street.
All right, not bad.
And it was like a huge market, so it was actually a grocery store in there. There was another one called Chow King. So it was a big community there. So we did that for lunch, and then we headed back to the casino.
All right, phew, all right, Mike. I was starting to get nervous here. All right, so you're at the casino.
Yeah.
You're back to blackjack. You do the Spanish 21. Please tell me you get to a craps table at some point here, Mike.
Oh yeah. So what I just remembered from day one is I did do one session at craps as well, and I did break even because she wasn't there.
Break even. All right, a break even in craps. Okay.
Because I was up. Yeah, I was just like, let me get the hell out of here.
A very forgetful.
Yeah.
You do forget the break even, the quick break even ones. Where you're like, you know what?
Craps was actually
disaster avoided.
I now that I recall, craps was my first move, and she played slot machine. So so I broke even. She went down 100 at the slot machine.
All right. Okay. So you're at so day two. You guys very very nice day one.
We're being conservative.
Yeah, you got a long time.
Yeah. She's had didn't feel like gambling too much, so she wanted to watch me play craps because I always talk about it.
It's a good spectator sport.
So it was actually she wanted to get into it, and she bought in. She did her own thing. Oh, we went day two.
This sounds like it's getting good, Mike.
Day two is we went to Caesars.
Oh, so you ended up playing craps at Caesars?
Yeah, it was so hot out that it was like I found the monorail, the Las Vegas monorail. Have you heard of that?
Yes, I've heard of yes.
So you can pay $13 for a 24-hour pass on the monorail.
All right.
And there's a stop at Harrah's, so you just have to walk up an area through the casino to get to the monorail station.
All right.
And it'll bring you down to it lets you out at the Flamingo, or I'm sorry. The Flamingo, and that's the closest one to Caesars.
Wow!
So you just get out at the Flamingo.
Utilizing the monorail.
Yeah, and then we wanted to go down, so we went to Caesars first.
You got to check it out. It's her first time in Vegas. She's got to be like, I went to Caesar's Palace. It's kind of like a rite of passage, really.
So we did a blackjack buy-in.
Blackjack buy-in at Caesars.
At Caesars. After that session, we probably about 45 minutes to an hour because we were waiting for the Diamond Lounge to open.
Okay. With the Founders Club's perks coming in handy here, and wisely playing at Caesar's Properties to hopefully.
I played 95% at Caesar's Properties this trip.
All right. Okay, so you're doing you're very calculated here so far, Mike. All right, so you have a blackjack buy-in. How was the Diamond Lounge at Caesar's?
Diamond Lounge was really nice. It's just like really classy.
Now was there what was the food option in there? Was there any food option or just like snack?
Yeah, the food option was they had like a pork spare rib, and they had like a taco style.
Now I'm assuming you tried it all.
Oh, I ate it all.
Okay.
Yeah, they had a salad bar.
All right, so you had a nice little meal. And some cocktails at the Diamond Lounge at Caesar's Palace.
Yep. So
all right,
it was nice. I mean, you get whatever you want.
What was your go-to drink here? Were you getting scotches? Were you doing something else?
I started with a Guinness just because I felt like a beer.
You're an Irish guy. You're half Irish guy.
And then I went to a Scotch.
Went to the Scotch. All right, look at this.
And then we did a champagne toast, so I got a couple flutes of champagne.
Nothing wrong with a few flutes of the champagne. I love it.
Yeah.
Sometimes at the crap, I will do mimosas at the craps table in the morning. Yeah, I will do that.
That is nice.
All right, so
in terms of Diamond Lounges, though, this one was nice. But I can tell you that nothing beats that Bally's Diamond Lounge in Atlantic City. Yeah, that view of the ocean is so amazing. There was no windows. You were just in like a nice dining area with a really nice bar. So it was nice, but the Bally's Atlantic City is amazing.
Now, so what did you do that night? I mean, you got to see the strip at night. Did you guys go for a walk a little bit?
Yeah, so I was going to get into the crap story is that we went down into Caesars after the Diamond Lounge.
Okay. So you played a little blackjack before the Diamond Lounge, then went to play the craps after the Diamond Lounge. All right, thank you.
So she watched me play craps for probably a good half hour. I was doing pretty well. I was hitting a lot of $5 the horn high yos.
Really?
I hit like a few and the guy's like, the guy next to me was telling her, he's like, you shouldn't bet it like he's betting, but I can't believe that he keeps winning it. Like it's
nice. So you were next to a mathematician to help.
Well, I was doing the 3-point mollies, I was doing 2 come bets basically.
Yeah, you're doing the 3-point molly.
And then I was just throwing out the occasional.
Yeah, when you feel like, I haven't seen a 2 in a while.
Well, she's watching the game, so I want, it was keeping her more interested
that
we had money on all those.
Yeah.
So
look at that. That's a good. Thank you, Professor Mike. That's a good way to keep people interested. Is now you say, hey, and then if the 2, 3, 11, or 12 come out, we win a lot more money.
Yeah, and the 11 came out a couple times, so I was getting paid $27 on a $5 one.
So good craps tutorial. So after about a half hour, you're up a little bit. She takes a walk. You guys take a walk.
No, she decides to buy in. So we're both playing now at the same time.
Husband and wife on their honeymoon. Side by side at the Caesar's Palace craps table. $10, $15?
15.
15.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it was in like.
Wow, you got her buying it for the first time on a $15 table. Like you're really exposing that bankroll.
She loves the field bet, which I know is not a good bet, but the field bet was coming out for her.
She's addicted to the field.
She got a couple 2s and like a 12, and that pays double.
That's what happens.
And
you bet bad, and it comes out, and you get hooked to that bad bet.
Yeah. So
as you're throwing out the horn high yos.
Yeah, me.
What an idiot she is. Horn high yo. Oh yeah. Me over here.
We were doing hard ways too. It was fun. I showed her a good tour of how.
Yeah, she saw how it can get fun and wild.
Yeah, exactly.
So how'd you? I'm not too. I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't want to talk too much about her bankroll. I feel guilty. She's not here to defend her bankroll. But your bankroll. How was your bankroll after the craps game?
That one was a winner. She ended up going. That went away.
Yeah, okay. So it didn't. So
but I walked with like 150. So I walked with 250 that time.
All right, so you were up 150.
Yeah.
So you're almost even on the trip now, midway through the second day.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Not bad. I'm hanging here. So now, more gambling, or I see you maybe having a dinner coming up here.
No. So we did our dinner at the Diamond Lounge.
Oh, so you guys filled up at the Diamond Lounge. So you weren't even. That's good. You saved yourself buying another meal.
Exactly. Like the weddings aren't cheap, so we both kind of agreed. Let's try to do whatever perks I can get. Let's just try to live on them. So
No, it's true.
Yeah. So that's why we had like 3 drinks at the lounge.
That's how you do it up, Mike.
Yeah.
That's the smart way if you're trying to be economical.
Yeah. So that was our dinner, but we kept going on the monorail. So the monorail,
Monorail, Mike.
Yeah.
So the monorail is that takes you to a bunch of different cool places.
Yeah. So the next stop was to Bally's. So it let us off at Bally's, and we ended up going to inside. I played blackjack. I lost, but then we went back to another craps table at Bally's, and I ended up going up from 100 to 350.
So you're up on the trip now.
I'm up. Yeah, I was up like $100.
So you're day 2, 3/4 of the way through, up 100.
Yeah,
Not bad. You
Not-
can't really beat that.
not bad.
And you've been playing a lot. You've been playing a nice little array of games here too.
Trying to bounce around.
You buy into any slots the first 2 days? You do any slot play?
She did not.
I'm
me.
asking. Did you do any
no.
slot play? Mike, you
I
like the
watched
slot
her.
play?
I watched her for a little while with the slots, but
You got to do the tag team slot play. Maybe together your money can prosper.
yeah. Well, so now,
Nope. Mike's not mixing bankrolls here. We ain't mixing bankrolls.
Well, now that you mentioned the not getting another meal, now I recall we did go to a noodle house.
Okay, well, so you got a little snack, a little noodle snack.
We went in Paris. We walked from Bally's into Paris.
Okay.
And
I actually got the monorail map up now, Mike. I see here, yes, where you walk from Bally's into Paris. All right, so you had a little noodles at Paris. Did you play at Paris?
yeah, so we did $100 at blackjack.
Paris is fun to play at.
Yeah, got killed.
Got killed. Okay.
Not even a hope, a dream. The
one of the
dealer getting
slaughter.
20s and 21s.
Yeah, the
and
slaughter.
yeah.
Well-
so I walked out of there. I was even. Right there, I was even.
So now you're
Back
even.
to
All
where I
right, not
started.
bad. And this is did you play again on what time would you play at Paris? Would you say?
That was probably like 11 o'clock at night, something like that.
All right, so you're going to bed.
Yeah, we were
All right,
tired.
day 3, you're even.
Day 3, I wake up even.
Wake up even halfway through the trip. All right, and what do you do day 3 here, Mike?
Day 3, Sonia wants to sleep in. She's saying that let's try to stay out a little later. So she was gonna nap or whatever. I said, all right, well, I'm gonna go out.
I'm just gonna use caffeine to complete that.
I woke up at 8:30. Went down, had eggs Benedict and a Bloody Mary at that Fulton Street Cafe.
Where I was robbed.
You were robbed. Yeah.
You're just loving it up at the Fulton Street. So all right, so you're like king for a day by yourself, having a nice breakfast.
Yep.
And then where do you head?
Head to a craps table.
Harris?
Harris, yeah.
Okay.
Yep, at Harris. $100 buy-in. Not good.
Not good. All right. So
Then I say, let me switch it up to blackjack.
let me go to blackjack. Harris?
Harris still.
All right.
Only a few tables down, which I should have read the warning sign. It was the same dealer at craps. Now they moved them to the blackjack table, and now I'm playing against them at blackjack by
Oh my
myself.
God! It's like National Lampoons.
Yeah. So I get killed there. So now
Oh
I'm
my
down
God.
2.
So now you're okay. So now you're back down to where you were after your first.
Yeah.
All right. So not bad though, but you're still got 80% of your bankroll for the trip
Yeah.
halfway through day 2.
And I factored in, since it's day 2 and I'm
Well, you're
even, I got 400 to work with now in one day.
Okay. Oh, that's true.
That might not be the smartest. I don't know, but that's how I.
But that you said, all right, I earned the way.
I made it through.
Yeah, I earned. So now my daily goes up.
Yeah.
And we're gonna split it between this bankroll between 2 days.
Yeah.
Which is good to turn up the heat. It rewards smart play at the beginning of the trip.
Yeah. Yeah. So I said, all right, I lost the 2. I went back. I took a nap in the room.
Okay, so now he gets a nap. Now he gets the napping.
Yeah.
All right, so you play, you nap, you had up some eggs Benedict. Now you're waking up. You and Sonia are going out for a night in the town.
She wakes up. It's more like afternoon, like
Afternoon. All right.
2 in the 1 or 2. So we go down. She wants to play. So I go. I guess pick the other 200 out of the safe.
Here we go. Mike's getting the gold bars, breaking them down now.
Craps. Nightmare. Lost again.
All right, so now you're getting slaughtered at Harrah's.
Slaughtered, yeah.
All right, the Harrah's, cousin Mikey Harrah's beatdown.
And our plan was to go to downtown.
Yeah, go to Fremont.
But one other thing I did. Sorry. So my
you did a lot, Mike.
Yeah, my monorail pass was still working because you get 24 hours, so it's not like the end of the business day.
Okay.
So I bought it at 1 p.m. on Tuesday, so it was good till 1 p.m. Wednesday.
So you were like, let's hop the train, baby, while we still can.
No, I went by myself.
Oh, my God.
So I took the train. They have an MGM Grand stop.
Oh, so you went down to the MGM Grand.
Yeah, so I went to the MGM Grand.
That's kind of fun, Mike. That's actually kind of cool, that monorail. You just hop on, and you're at the MGM Grand by yourself on the beginning of day 3.
Yeah.
All right. So you go down to the casino floor now. You're feeling a different vibe. Sometimes that's really the cool thing about Vegas is you get beat down. You could go get a totally new vibe somewhere else.
Yeah. So I was hoping the vibe would be a little better because I got beat down there, but it was only for 100. So
all right. So you went from day 2 going into day 3 even. Now you're mid day 3 here. You're down. You're hurting.
Yeah. Yep. So
not hurt.
I'm not hurt.
I'm exaggerating. What is this? It's like the news. I'm like and you're really suffering here. Down $300 on day 3.
So basically I'm down my 40% of my bankroll now.
Okay, so down 40%. You leave the MGM Grand, take your train ticket that's expiring shortly, and you get back to Harrah's, I'm assuming.
Yes, got back to Harrah's. Eventually made a food stop on the way back, but then we got back.
Stop. Wait. What do you mean a food stop? You got off the train? Was it like in a Seinfeld where
I got a special request for the same noodle bar at Paris again?
Oh, so you're doing stopping on the train, getting your baby some dinner or some lunch for the room.
Some lunch for the room. She wanted that Vietnamese soup again. So.
Oh, look at that, Mike. All right, so you're on a roll here. You went and played. You're getting some lunch. You bring it back to your honey who's in the suite at Harrah's. You eat your lunch. And what's your next plan of attack there?
So we just kind of chill out and...
You enjoy the room. We're enjoying the room. All right.
Enjoy the room for like a good 3-4 hours.
Okay, wow. Look at that. Look at you.
Watching some TV and stuff,
All right,
just
watching TV.
Hanging out.
Watched a lot of TV in the room on this honeymoon.
So we decided to head out. Now, I got to rationalize my gambling here now because it's like, do I just not gamble today? Or
we're day 3, so you only got one more full day of gambling after this, correct?
Yeah, correct.
All right, so you're saying and right now you have $600 left.
Yeah.
You're saying if I were you, I would at least play another 100.
And one thing I did forget is that since Sonia's bankroll ran out, I did agree to give her some of the proceeds if I won during the little hot streak.
Now you got a leak, Mike. You got a leak.
So I sprung a leak for $150. So I forgot about that.
Oh,
so that's why.
So she's really playing. She needs to get a Caesar's card.
Yeah, I know. Well, most of the time she was playing under me because I was with her. But, anyways. So I got to make. So
you're much more responsible. We got to say you're learning on the podcast has made you a smarter gambler.
Yes, I would say so.
Right, so that's the scientific test that's really happening now.
Yeah, because it's like don't ruin the fun, but yeah, you're like you want to just get that out of there. You know how to handle
a Vegas bankroll.
Yeah, exactly.
So much so that now your people are getting dividends off your winnings.
Yeah,
to replenish their own bankroll. So, did you just play at Harrah's, or did you play any place else on the third day?
The third day, we ended up. I told her about that link area and I told her about the sushi burritos.
Oh, the sushi burrito. Okay.
So when I
did you do the high roller?
No, she doesn't like heights.
Hey. Yeah. Well, it's high. I'll give you that.
Yeah. So she wasn't into it. I'm fine. We did it that one time.
Yeah. I did it with Amanda's grandparents that time. Wow. And they hung on the bar car.
Jeez.
So, all right. Either way. Had to get the plug in, I guess. So you scoffed on a sushi burrito.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And then what do you play?
So then we ended up we ended up walking that night because we were kind of just in this the monorail. We didn't really get on the strip.
Yeah,
so.
you wanted to the sights and sounds people watch, see the different things going on. You got the fountains, you got the volcano, you got a whole bunch of stuff going on.
Yep, and we purposely slept in so we were ready to be
so you
like
could party.
out until
night 3 party night.
So we walked around. We went to the Bellagio fountains. We did all that. Went in through Bellagio. Didn't play there.
Well, you enjoyed the casino. You got to see these Vegas landmarks.
Yeah. Went back to Bally's because for some reason, man, I don't know why, but Bally's always is done right for me in Vegas.
So Mike's going to Old Faithful.
It screws me in Atlantic City for some reason, but
the Vegas
I don't know if
Bally's
you
you
remember,
like.
I had such a hot roll when we went out for the Vegas vacation.
Oh yes,
with Dr.
yes.
Mike and Mark there. I mean, I went up. I think like $500 or $600 on $150. I think I
do remember that.
Yeah,
that was a good game.
That was Bally's, and Bally's did me right again this time too. So as long as it keeps up, that's my superstition.
Mike's when all things are going down, he goes to Bally's to play.
Yep. So. She did good at Bally's, but I was down. I brought another 2 with me, so I lost 100 at Bally's. But she did good, so I'm like, all right, well.
Okay, so your investment's paying off again there.
Yeah. And then we went back. We went back to our hotel. We were there a while. We got back at about 1 a.m. and there was like a concert kind of going on.
So nice Vegas party night, having a bunch of cocktails. Now, did you just scotch it, or did you mix it up on the when you were playing?
I went gin and tonics.
Nice, the G&T.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do a gin seltzer with a splash of tonic. That's what I've been doing lately.
We actually both like gin and tonic, so it was just easy to
2 of
order
them,
all night.
Amanda too. That's what we do. The double gin and tonic sometimes.
Yeah, it's refreshing in the summer when it's hot. It's nice.
Yeah.
But
I
can go for one right now.
I know that hot Bally's craps table.
So no, we found a $5 blackjack table at this concert that they have outside. It's like called the Harrah's Carnival.
Oh, nice! So you're at the Carnival.
Yeah,
you're at a $5 blackjack table. So you're good. $5 blackjack, and you got a good portion of your bankroll left. So that's not too deadly for you.
Yeah, and even though it was $5, I was still playing like normal $15, something like that. But I ended up doing okay, and I didn't win, but I left with my 100.
Not bad.
And so she didn't do bad either. So we went back to the room. So now we're going to 4th day.
4th day. All right. So then you have some time in the room. 4th day. So your final day of the trip. So that night you're going to sleep. And when's your flight the next day?
Next day it's 8 a.m.
8 a.m. So you're kind of trying to go to bed at a reasonable time on the 4th night.
Yeah.
All right.
But the thing about it, the 4th night, we were used to the time change by that point.
Oh.
So since we stayed out late the night before, we didn't wake up till 11 in the morning the next day.
So you probably slept in the plane ride home.
Pretty much. So it ended up being a late night going in. We only slept a few hours the night before our flight. I had to do a room wake-up call. I had my alarm set on the phone, make sure. We didn't get to bed till almost 3 a.m. And we had a...
God. So you had a good time. Did you leave Bally? Or did you leave Harrah's, I mean?
We did. So we did like a little... We did some gambling at the Cromwell.
Oh, we did the Cromwell.
Which is also a Caesars property. So that was another thing I wanted to say is that that area is like all Caesars. It's crazy. Even these like little no-namers... So I was using my diamond card. That's how I did it. So I was able to go. Even Paris takes the Caesar diamond. So
your Caesar's Rewards is treating you good this trip. You've been playing there a lot.
Yeah.
And how was your evening there?
Evening was good. We did another Diamond Lounge trip.
All right, utilizing the Diamond Lounge, you're earning enough credits to buy the guest in.
This time though, we did the Harrah's, which that's not bad. It's just a little dark. It's dark in there.
A little dark in there.
Remember we met Eric there when we first went out? It was, I don't know how you felt about it, but I just feel like it's a little dark.
It was dark. I mean, but I don't know. It was good enough. It depends.
It's fine. It's free.
It's good. It's free. Yeah, you're
I just compare everything to Bally's Atlantic City.
Yeah, no, and you're depressed about it.
Yeah.
So you're at the Diamond Lounge. You eat up, you drink up, and you get another one last session in.
We're gonna do one last session this time. So Sonia really didn't do bad at all. She still had I believe it was like 600 going into the third night.
After your little reinvestment.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So that was good. Okay, so the reinvestment fueled a comeback.
So she didn't really want to gamble much because she wanted to shop with the rest of the money. So,
Hey, you can't win anything shopping, but I guess you get something to take home.
yeah. So she only went with 100 or maybe 200 she went with. And I went with the rest of my money.
This doesn't sound like it's going in a good direction here, Mike.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't too bad. I basically we gambled a lot. It was a lot of fun, but I went up $140, so I got $140 back.
All right, so what'd you walk home with out of your bankroll?
300.
So 30% of your bankroll.
Yeah, I left
over the course of 4 days.
Yep.
Not the worst, Mike. Not the worst.
And Sonia.
Did you get your reinvestment money back?
No, I didn't.
Hey.
She went shopping.
So the reinvestment.
But basically, whatever she had, she did give me some left because she's like, here's the rest. I don't know. It went into the same joint bank account. So.
Yeah, and I'm sure it paid for some tip or something along the way.
Yeah.
So not bad. So you had a nice trip to Vegas, Mike. You didn't get downtown. Would you change anything? Or how about next trip? Do you guys have a next trip plan? That's the most important thing.
No next trip at the moment. I'd say my next trip would probably be to Atlantic City again.
I wanted to go to Atlantic City and do the MGM Borgata tier match.
Oh, really?
They'll match it to MGM. We'll talk about this after the show.
What MGM level are you?
Nothing. I didn't go yet.
Oh.
I'm just a dime, but you could use the diamond card. They'll tier match you in Atlantic City at the Borgata.
I'm gold till September.
Oh, so you're good. I think we'll talk about it off the air.
Right.
So you had a great trip, Mike. On a scale from 1 to 10, what would you call the Mikey's Vegas honeymoon trip?
Vegas honeymoon trip, honestly, I'd say 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Not bad. Not a bad trip. I mean, Vegas trips could be 2 out of 10 if they're really bad. I mean, it's hard. You got to really blow it to make a 2 out of 10 in Vegas.
I just don't like losing, so that's why it's not a 10 out of 10, you know. I had a good time eating and traveling and everything. I guess if you count the flight, I'd make it a 7 out of 10 because of the tight space. But
7 overall trip 7. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. And I think the way you described it, I think that's close. That's close to very, very honest Mike, honest Mikey.
yeah. But she enjoyed it. But she'd probably give it a 7 out of 10 too.
All right, not bad.
Yeah,
Vegas trip 7 out of 10. Mikey's honeymoon 7 out of 10. All right, and Mike, thank you for coming out, and I'm sure we're gonna hear from you soon.
All right, great.
All right. Well, that was Cousin Mikey's Las Vegas trip report. And before I get out of here, I want to catch up on the summer so far and some things that are coming up gambling-wise. We have some fun events happening. So as I, kind of hinted to earlier, I didn't hint to it. I said it. I'm sitting here with a little black eye from Jerry the King Lawler. So for those of you who don't know, if you follow me on Twitter, I'm sure you're inundated with wrestling stuff these past few months. So I've been doing a lot of wrestling shows with Northeast Wrestling, northeastwrestling.com. I actually managed the tag team champions. We just beat Jerry the King Lawler and his partner, that rat, Keith Youngblood, this past weekend at Dodd Stadium in Norwich, Connecticut, right outside Mohegan, actually. So, not so bad. It still got the gambling involved. But, it's been a great summer. I was able to manage David Arquette. I can't even tell you how much fun I had. I Mick Foley's sock in my mouth. We had a great show down at Six Flags, Great Adventure in New Jersey. I mean, what else? I ate worms from the boogeyman. I've had a really long, disgusting, horrible summer, and I wear a white suit to all the shows, so that's really fun to clean in the sink every night. But I want to thank everyone from all the podcast listeners who actually came and supported. Some of you guys actually come out to the wrestling shows, and thank you guys for that because, hey, it makes me look good and for the promoter, too. But I didn't just hang out with dudes in spandex all summer, even though I did I did that more than I want to talk about. I also did a lot of gambling this summer, so in the coming shows, I'm going to be, having a little, not some full-time trip reports, but we're going to be talking about some fun stops we made over the summer. Me and my lovely wife, Amanda, we went up to Niagara Falls. We stayed on the Canadian side. We played a lot at the Falls View Casino. We met up with our pal David, his brother, and his lovely wife, all Gamblepalooza alumni. And we had a great time, so we're going to talk about that. They have a fire bet up there. Or no, all tall, small up in Niagara Falls. Don't get me wrong. At the table I was at, it was all tall, small at the Falls View Casino. We wined, we dined. We had the most expensive club sodas you ever seen in your life, but we'll get more into that on another episode. And that's not the only casino I went to. On the road with the wrestling, we're going town to town like a bunch of carnies. I made sure we stopped off at the Meadows Racetrack Casino in Pennsylvania. So I played there for a little bit. Nice fire bet craps table. Lost a little on the slots. Did okay at craps, but we're gonna do a quick review. I was only there for a couple hours between wrestling shows, but I made sure to hassle all my fellow wrestlers, and we had to stop there and we played a little bit. And also, I recently had another trip with another Gamblepalooza alumni, Rick. We went up to Foxwoods Casino. Me and my lovely wife went up there. We wined, we dined, we won at craps. It was one of those nights you go to the casino, and it doesn't happen often. It feels like it happens never sometimes, maybe but once a year. But everything we touched turned to gold. We had slot machine wins, and I made a bet for the shooter in craps that I've never made before. So I'm going to get into that, in a future episode. Maybe we'll have Rick come on, but we had a great trip. So, and I want to remind everybody, I say this at the beginning of the show, so it's repetitive, but head to cousinvitoscasino.com. I get all sorts of freaking contact information there. Email me, text me, or not text me, I don't have my phone number, but leave a voicemail. Do whatever the hell you want. And, hey, I'm not hard to find. I have so many places to get a hold of, I could barely check them all. And moving forward, we have some gambling events coming up also, which, I'm so busy. We got wrestling events, gambling events, but this October 19th, mark your calendars, folks. I'm definitely going to be at Mohegan Sun Resort Casino. We have our Fargo poker outing once again. And last year we had a great turnout. Last year, Fossilman Raymer was there. We had a World Series champion there. Will he be there again? I don't know yet. But Saturday, October 19th, there's 11 a.m. No Limit Hold'em bounty event. Now, head to FargoPoker.com. It has all the details. And basically, we're all going to play. I'm going to be up there, and hopefully some of you guys turn out. They have special room rates for Fargo Poker members. Basically, how it works is Fargo is like a poker club. I forget what I'll get all the details on the initiation fee, because usually Cousin Vito fans, I can get you a lower initiation fee. But your initiation fee really just covers your bounty for the event, because the bounty is provided by Fargo. So it's kind of like a wash, but the room rates now they're pretty good for a Mohegan Sun on a weekend. Friday, Saturday's only $159 a night, which is very good for a beautiful fall October at Mohegan Sun. So if you're into that, contact me. I'm going to have Tracy from Fargo on here, and she'll give you all the details. But you don't just, with your club membership, you don't just get the entry into the tournament, which you have to be a member to be in. We also are going to have private craps tables, folks. That's right. Last year we had 2 private craps tables, $5 on a Saturday night at Mohegan Sun. Let me reiterate this: 8 p.m. Mohegan Sun on a Saturday night. You're going to have a $5 craps table if you're a member of the Fargo Poker Club. You're going to have your special pass, and you're going to be the only one on the table. So we're going to have and we have an 8 p.m. and an 11 p.m. one. So last year, the 8 p.m. table was so hot that by 11 o'clock, we were still down there. They figured we'd all be gone, and they have to open up a new table. But we hunkered down, and we're there for, 4 or 5 hours at the table. So maybe it's all that poker mojo or all the good luck or the love or whatever, but we had a great time there. So definitely head to FargoPoker.com. Check it out. Email me if you're interested. And we're going to have Tracy on the show, and she'll give all the details in the coming weeks, because, hey, you can't beat that. Even if you're just for the room rate. Oh, my God, $160 on a Saturday night at Mohegan. That's even good for me. Not that I've been spreading my play around, so I really haven't been doing too well anywhere, to be honest with you. Everyone's like, look at this peasant. We don't want to give him anything. Don't even give him the buffet. I get like a coffee now when I go places. But hopefully in the winter, the wrestling shows die down, and I can concentrate on, winning more and losing less, where now I'm winning more, but I'm getting punched in the eye here. So we'll see. I got to go throw some ice on it. And, before we head out, there's that old, that Gamblepalooza. Last year, it was this year, but last Gamblepalooza, we headed to Atlantic City. And, Gamblepalooza's been popping. I've been getting the little emails. People have been mentioning it. And we're looking at April again. I don't have the exact date, as I am terribly unorganized, and it's so far away right now. We're talking probably almost 9 months. But we're looking at the same weekend in April, around April 19th, 20th. I'll have the exact dates. And location-wise, folks, we're looking at, I'm going to say at least 75% chance we might be heading down to good old Biloxi. I don't know if that's a Mississippi accent, and I'm sure I offended somebody with that, but we're going to head to Biloxi. I've never been to Mississippi, that's for damn sure. So I'm very excited. They have MGM and Caesars property. So we're going to be looking into in the coming weeks and months, how are we going to get down there? What's the cheapest place to stay? Do we try and leverage some My Vegas? Do we try and get the Caesars Diamond going? What are we going to do? So that's going to be an active conversation on this show. We're going to bring Cousin Mikey back on because, he loves a good deal. He's got the Founders card. He's got all sorts of little coupons. So we're going to get with him, figure that out. And, maybe we'll bring in the experts. Maybe we'll bring in some people from Travel Zork, our pal Eric Rosenthal. Who knows who the hell I'll have in the show? I don't even know. So if you have any great suggestions, segue, for guests on the show, email me, cousinvito@gmail.com. We're scheduled to have an interview with a pit boss coming up this next. I'm going to be doing the interview this next week. When it'll be released within the next month probably. So I'm going to try and mix stuff up a little bit. So if there's anyone that that you say, hey, this would be a great interview for the show, or hey, I'd be a good interview for the show, I should talk to Cousin Vito. Email me, cousinvito@gmail.com. That's probably your best place to get me. Or Twitter @Vito's Casino. I'll check those a lot, but you never know. Sometimes I'm on social media. Sometimes I'm not. I'm like out of control, And then I'm on the road with the spandex guys. So what are you going to do? All right. And before we head out, I just wanted to mention a couple other things I have cooking here. I actually am working on, I thought I finished, but I'm going to revise. I'm working on a gambling on television that's going to be on this podcast within the next few episodes, but it's also going to have a simultaneous YouTube release. So that's right. I'm spreading my wings and flying onto YouTube, folks. So stay tuned for that. We go over a very hilarious episode of Perfect Strangers where the guys win over $1 billion, technically. So you're going to see about that. We'll get more into that when we release it. And also, I want to thank Tony and Jason from the Vice Lounge. I got some Vice Lounge online segments in the queue, and we're going to get them rolling. This was just a very special episode. The summer's ending. Everybody's busy, and we had this trip report with Mikey. So we're going to be back. Hopefully, I'm on Mikey in studio for next episode, or my lovely wife, somebody. Who the hell knows? But we'll see. Gee, look at the time. We were here for over an hour, folks, and so we're going to get the hell out of here right now. And I got a funny feeling that between me, you, Cousin Mikey and his lovely wife, my lovely wife, everybody out there in the podcast world, you can bet on that. The Better Life, Vegas Confessions, 360 Vegas, Faces and Aces Las Vegas, you're still there. My pal, Michael Movestro, who the hell else? So we got Due for a Win, 7 Out Podcast. I can barely remember people's names, never mind all these podcasts, but I got a funny feeling, together, we're going to make luck happen.